Hello, hello, my friends. So it's been quite a while since I filmed, and I thought I would pop on here, kind of give you guys the deets on where I've been, what's been going on, and to let you guys know that I will be coming back to filming. I am super excited. I have a lot of ideas. I also wanted to get your input on videos that you are wanting to see. As you guys know, my channel really consists of kind of lifestyle. It's more like home decor, finances, budget-friendly things. I'm kind of wanting to incorporate a little bit of beauty because I did have a beauty channel before, and that was where it all began for me. And when I became pregnant, I really just kind of strayed from the beauty community because I became more interested in popping into the homemaking lifestyle, and I was learning more about how to do things on a budget. And then when I did get a divorce, my financial kind of situation just really kind of catapulted into a lot of budget-friendly things and being frugal, and so things that I had to do have now just become a habit, and so that is what my channel is mainly based off of. And of course, if I were to do beauty videos on here, I would of course do budget-friendly beauty. So let me know if that's something you guys are interested in, because I've been kind of going back and forth in my mind. I don't want to go back to filming on my old channel because I feel like that channel kind of got lost in YouTube land, and yeah, so those are just some ideas that I have, but I want to tell you guys where I have been because I feel like that's kind of important when a YouTuber goes missing for 2 or 3 months at a time. And the last video I did on this channel was a declutter with me video. So I have had quite a few health issues going on in my world, and this has kind of gone back to about 2008. I did talk about this on my old beauty channel, and I got a lot of requests to continue talking about it, but I'm a big believer in manifesting health and manifesting good things in my life, and so I chose not to focus on that. But despite not focusing on, bad health issues, things have still come up. I am 34 years old, and so when things happen, I kind of have to take it just a little more seriously. I know I'm still young, but I'm not in my 20s anymore, So back in February of this year, I was in my applied lesson, which is a voice lesson for school because I am a music major, and I was feeling some pain in my chest that was radiating to my back, and it would radiate from my back forward, and so it was just a little bit scary, and it didn't go away for an entire month. So with that being said, my mom was very concerned. One of my best friends was concerned. They suggested that I go to the hospital because as I was exerting myself, I was getting that pain more frequently, and it would just kind of linger around lightly for days after. So I was at a point where I was working out 5 days a week. I was feeling awesome about my schedule, and then that happened. So I was advised by my doctor to stop working out, so I have not been able to work out since February. I'm allowed to do light walking, but even with light walking, I was getting the chest pain, so I was advised to stop. So it's been really crazy because I've always been the type of person to have a consistent workout schedule. So with that being said, I got a little bit depressed, I guess, because working out for me is a way that I cope with anxiety and depression. I've had anxiety and depression since I was 19, and it's kind of an on and off type thing. And my chest pain was not a result of anxiety because I was treated for that just in case, and I already kind of know the difference. This was like a totally different pain. So I did see a cardiologist, and then I just saw a pulmonary doctor, and that's been kind of an on and off thing. So a few days ago I had a breathing test done, and it was determined that I had asthma. And when they did they give you like a solution. It's like 5 solutions, and it's like in different doses. You start very small, then you go up to like a higher dose, and you're breathing into this tube, so I guess they can see your lung capacity. And by the 4th dose I was like wheezing, which I didn't know was wheezing. I could hear like a whistling noise, and the feeling that I was getting was something familiar to me already. Like, this is kind of just how I've lived my life all the time. I get short of breath like that. I had no idea it was asthma. I get that little whistly noise, which they told me then was wheezing. I just didn't know. I mean, I've lived my whole life like this, not knowing that I had asthma, and I guess it's just gotten bad enough to create pain, because when they gave me the solution to dilate my lungs to get them back to normal, that pain came on. So I guess when my lungs are trying to recover from an asthma attack is when I'm getting that pain. And that's probably explains why, like, when I tried to work out and I would get the pain at night, like after relaxing, I guess my body was kind of trying to come off of that asthma attack. So now I've been diagnosed with asthma, which is great news. Not that I have asthma, but great news that I know where that chest pain was coming from. And I will be able to start working out once I get my inhaler filled. And so I'm really excited to get on a more positive path with my health in that direction. So with that being said, I did have a few other things that had kind of been lingering in the wind for a while because I didn't have insurance for a long time, and I was paying out of pocket. It was private pay. And so I got insurance this last year, which has really helped to kind of get my health back on track. And so one of the things was I had cyclic Cushing's, which was in my early 20s, which is what I told you guys about, was in 2008 that I talked about on my beauty channel. You can Google it. It's a really horrible thing. You gain lots of weight. You get tons of stretch marks. Your hormones are totally out of whack. So I had 2 cyclic episodes of that. So I cannot have any inhaled corticosteroids, which is one of the treatments for asthma. So I'm going to have to take a more natural route and cut out a lot of things in my life as far as, you know, like my cleaning products I'm really going to have to watch, my fragrance products I'm going to have to watch. I'm doing a lot of research on that because I am a director with Scentsy, and apparently formaldehyde and VOCs are what can cause asthma attacks. They can trigger, and that's found in a lot of scented products, and our products, I read, do not have those things. So I'm praying that I can still use my Scentsy because I absolutely love their stuff. And so yeah, I'm doing a lot of research on that, but I cannot have corticosteroids. So Google cyclic Cushing's or Cushing's syndrome, and you can see kind of my past history with my health. So with that being said, they just did like a bone density scan on me because my vitamin D has been very low with that whole thing. And back in the day, which was like years ago, my blood work was showing that I was having signs of osteoporosis. So I'm being tested for that. I know this sounds like so crazy, you guys, to like, and I feel fine. Like, I feel fine. I don't want y'all to think that I'm just like walking around all crazy, but the Cushing's really did a toll on my body. Like, it shut down my thyroid, so I do have hypothyroid. But the main thing that really threw me for a loop that I really haven't shared with anybody besides my mother and like 2 close friends was that I am currently being watched for breast cancer. And that sounds so weird to say. I am just really trying not to focus on it at this point because I don't want to manifest that for myself. I want to just think that everything is okay. I had mentioned to my doctor on one of my follow-up visits that my left breast had been feeling kind of engorged. Like, just that feeling of being engorged when I was breastfeeding. And I was kind of getting a little bit of pain in my breast. And so I was like, is that for my chest pain or what is it? It's all on the same side. She said she didn't want to take any chances, so she sent me to get an ultrasound. The one thing that I'm really peeved about, and that I thought I would share because it's, you know, breast health is very important for everybody, men and women. And I'm a little bit peeved because if you're under the age of 40, you're not, like, allowed, I guess, to go get a mammogram. I've had one in my early 20s before, but technically you're not supposed to go get a mammogram first. So when you have a breast lump, you're supposed to get a mammogram first and then get an ultrasound for a closer look, okay? And the ultrasound is what gets a closer look at the lump that the mammogram found. So this is where it gets a little bit confusing for my situation. Since I'm under the age of 40, I had to get an ultrasound first, which, okay, you get the closer look, right? So they did find a breast lump, and the radiologist said that it displayed characteristics that they weren't comfortable with, and they wanted to get a diagnostic mammogram done. So I'm like, okay, they're going to do a diagnostic mammogram. So I did my research, and apparently the diagnostic mammogram is just a closer look. I guess, like, you do like a screening mammogram, and then you get the diagnostic mammogram to actually like diagnose you, I guess. I don't know. I talked to the person there that was doing the diagnostic mammogram, and she said this is like all backwards. You should have been sent for a mammogram first and then gone in for the closer look, because this doesn't take as close of a look as the diagnostic, or the ultrasound, sorry. So the diagnostic mammogram does not take as close of a look as the ultrasound. So it should have been flipped. I don't know. It's so weird that they have these like age requirements with breast health. So when I went in for the diagnostic, they said that everything looked okay, but that they want to see me back in 6 months because of the lump. and they want to send me for an ultrasound in 6 months to see if the lump has grown. So I'm just a little bit concerned because I feel like, okay, due to my research, mammograms a lot of the time miss lumps, and the ultrasound is the closer look. So if I would have had an ultrasound, it would have missed this lump totally, and I would have been told I was normal. But then my ultrasound is saying that it's displaying characteristics that they're not comfortable with. So I just kind of fell into a little bit of a, I guess, and I don't want to keep using the word depression, because honestly I haven't felt depressed, and I have been depressed before, clinically depressed. I think it's more like a blues, like I'm trying to cope. And so I really needed to just mentally get away from a lot of things, and I really needed to just, I guess, focus on myself. I needed to stop filming. I really have not been focusing on my Scentsy, my main bread and butter, my DJing. I've been doing like the bare minimum gigs. I haven't been putting myself out there for private events and stuff, because I feel like when I work, I want to be my best. I want to be on here feeling great for you guys. I want to feel great for my Scentsy customers. I want to DJ and be awesome for my people, and I want to sing and perform the best I can. So I've been doing like the bare minimum. I've just been in school, focusing on school, and doing what I need to do to make ends meet. And other than that, I've really needed to take that mental break, because it was just a lot on me to think that there's a chance that I could have breast cancer. So when I go back in 6 months, which will be in March now at this point, I'm just praying that everything turns out great. And I just feel really good right now. I feel like I just want to start working out again. I really want to get back to YouTube. I really want to get back to all of my work. And I do graduate in May from school, so it's kind of flown by crazy with my associates. And I'm already working on my bachelor's at the university here, so I'm like double duty, and it's been a lot of fun. I've made so many friends, and I just really want to focus on the positive in my life. I don't feel like I want to sit here and dwell on, do I have breast cancer or do I not have breast cancer? So I really just choose to focus on the positive things, and I will tell you why. Because when I was very sick with the Cushing syndrome, I read an article one time about a man who had cancer, who said that he woke up one day and just said, I don't have cancer. And he literally just told himself every morning, I don't have cancer, I'm healthy, my body is great. And when he went in for another scan, they're like, you're cancer free. Like, we don't know how this happened. We don't know what you did or what happened. But that made me a huge believer in manifestation, and using your mind over matter, and just really, you know, setting the path for a positive life by using your brain and your thoughts. And now we all know that there's a lot of books on that have come out, The Secret, and so many books talk about that. And so I've personally manifested a lot of things into my life, and breast cancer is not one of the things that I want to manifest. So when I was sick with the Cushing's, I started doing that. I started saying, nope, I'm healthy, I'm fine, I don't want to get any more blood work done, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Before I knew it, when I got pregnant with my son, which I was kind of told was impossible, being that I had hypothyroid and all this stuff was everywhere with my hormones, I got, my blood work came back normal when I was pregnant, and knock on wood, I haven't had an episode in about 4 or 5 years, so I'm really careful with things that I take into my body. As far as like meats and stuff, I make sure that they're hormone free, and my lunch meats and my cheeses and all of that stuff. So I just really feel like I want to manifest great things in my life. I want to keep focused on the positive path that I've been on, you know, being debt free. My son and I just went to Colorado and celebrated. So yes, that is what has been going on. I'm sorry this was such a long video, but I really wanted to fill you in. And if anybody's been kind of in similar situations, I just wanted you to know that I am here with you. I'm here for you. If you're being watched for something as well, I'm here with you in spirit, and we can get through this, and things are going to be fine. So let me know in the comment section down below what videos you would like to see coming up. I actually have a really amazing bed makeover coming up that I'm so excited about, and some other home decor videos as well. But of course, I want to jump into the finance with you guys and let you all know some updates on my debt-free journey and life so far. So I will keep you guys updated. If you are new, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!